Happy Cinco de Mayo! And this year, the portal is extra powerful because it's 555, literally. It's the 5th of May in the year 2025. So it's super special, it's super powerful. And it's all about change. So, hello, and welcome to today's insight. And today's insight is mainly going to be about change, wanted or not. Now, in any trauma, there's definitely going to be a change of who you were to who you are now, and the accepting of that, because let me tell you, accepting that you have changed and accepting that things have altered and that you are no longer the same person are very important things to accept. Now, specifically, I can only talk of my trauma. So, for people who've been through, who've had a TBI, which is a traumatic brain injury, which is a bruise on your brain, and depending on the size of the bruise, things within your reality are going to change. And the way you deal with certain things changes as well. And what they tell us at the rehab center or in the hospital is that you have to grieve the person that you were, because that person might not come back. And you have to accept that. And you have to accept the fact that you are no longer able to do specifically the things that you used to do, which makes sense for me. But how I mean it makes sense is that you are no longer the same person. Things change and shift. I used to want to be an actress, a Hollywood actress. That had to shift and change because I'm no longer necessarily able to do the same things, right? So I had to grieve that side of me, but that doesn't mean that I can't still be the center of attention, that I can't still have all eyes on me, that I can't be an icon. I just have to change it a little, make it more suited to my new reality, but I can still achieve those things. So in reality, the question is, can you accept change? Because the number 5 in numerology and in tarot as well represents change. Now, the 5 of Wands in particular represents conflict. I think I should take those out. Wait a minute. So, the tarot cards. So we have 4, okay, 5 actually. So 4 of the minor arcana and the major arcana. So the major arcana card is the Hierophant, which could also be seen as the high priest. Now this talks more of institutions, long-standing institutions, but it also represents, if it indicates, now this is not exactly what they say in the manual, but now that I think of it, the Hierophant represents something that people acclimate to, something people come towards in order to have a sense of belonging, which, if you think about it, at the beginning, it demands change. It demands that people abide by its rules so that the people can feel more together and feel more unity. But for that, you need to change who you are to fit with the group. Okay, so in a sense, it talks of change. Okay, yes. Now, the 5 of Swords talks of someone winning, but in a backhanded way. So maybe they did whatever it took for them to succeed, even backstab some of their friends, go behind their back, not be completely honest with them, but it still talks of change. It talks of, imagine if, I feel like all these people were in the same camp, but this one warrior, okay, was like, I'm gonna win all of them swords. I don't know why my accent just changed, but interesting. I just noticed this. Okay, so in some decks, all right, crows or birds represent swords, and in the background you see 3 birds, and so that would represent the 3 of swords. And the 3 of swords talks of heartbreak and getting over heartbreak. So this would indicate to me that this man went against his colleagues and fought all of them to get all the swords, but in the process hurt himself, hurt his heart, went through heartbreak because he was 100% dedicated to his objective, which was getting all the swords. I'm paraphrasing at this point, but yeah. And then we have the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles talks of not being happy with your current situation, feeling left out in the cold, feeling like no one's helping you, and so you want a change to occur in your life, but you are in a wrong mentality. You are in an old mentality that's not really helping you see the potential right in front of you. Okay? Now, for the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups represents someone who is disappointed in the reality that they are currently in, because all they see are these 3 cups that have been spilled over. But if they just look behind them, they also would see these 2 cups standing up. But they are not seeing them because they have their eyes down, looking down. And they're concentrating on the 3 that fell. That's one. That's the other one. And then the 5 of Wands, alright, represents conflict, represents wanting a change to happen and wanting it so bad that this group of individuals is ready to go through internal turmoil in the group. Also, Minnow Pond sees this card as being practice. So the way he sees it is that all these individuals are practicing to get better at whacking each other with wands. That's how they would practice in Middle Ages. They would spar. They would practice with each other before they went out to battle. Right? And so this is change of your current circumstance, improving your current circumstance, and all that. So that is what all this change is talking about. In regards to Cinco de Mayo, it's a great day for the Mexican culture, but to us, like in numerology, it just means change is afoot. If you want to accept this change, accept it, but also be understanding that things will not necessarily be pleasant, lovely. You're gonna have to go through some difficult times, and that's just fine. So to come back to change, the Cinco de Mayo portal, okay, that is extra strong this year because of us being in a 5-year, 2025. I feel like the change that is afoot, the change that is happening, is only going to make your life better, and is only meant to make your life better. So accept it, run with it, and try to bring it into your reality as quickly as possible so you can spend less time unhappy with the change and more time getting used to the change so that you can take as much pleasure and as much fun in the change as you can possibly do as quickly as possible. So, is there some type of change you're kind of resisting right now? Ponder that.